97 seconds.
Bays Boys Podcast.
We are back, sir. How are you?
Fine. There's no AI here.
No AI. You know, I was watching one of the... Whose stomach was that? Was that mine or yours? It wasn't mine, was it?
I don't know.
I can't feel it, so I'm hoping it wasn't mine. So I was watching one of the business gurus the other day, and you know what he was saying?
I have no idea what he was saying.
He thinks that within 10 years, there will be at least a 50-50 divide between AI influencers and regular humans.
I don't doubt that.
So that's it? You're just like, oh man, I can't trust humans. I got to follow the robots?
No, I think people won't be able to tell.
Oh, so you think it'll be like a business venture?
They'll be being influenced by AI and not know it's AI.
I mean, so what, like some V for Vendetta, British government, we have a face, but it's not a real person, so it's fine thing? That's gnarly.
No, somebody will create an AI influencer.
Well, like the OnlyFans girl.
Like the OnlyFans girl,
Right.
but it's only going to get better.
Right.
And people think they're going to be following real people and not even realize that it's AI.
So there'll have to be a new term to describe. This is where new words get invented for new situations we've never had. So what are we going to call fake AI robot influencers?
I have no idea.
They'll have to have slang.
Yeah.
So like you'll see your buddy, you'll be like, "Hey, did you see so and so?" No, that's a T1000, man. Forget about that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You'll be
no
walking
idea.
around saying that. Be walking.
It's going to be fucked.
Look at the industry plant thing. When we were kids, that was not really a thing you discussed, unless it's just because we were kids.
Dude, did you never watch that show called Making the Band?
Yeah, that was way later though.
Yeah, but Making the Band was essentially the industry telling you to go fuck yourself. We're going to take 4 people. We're going to train them to sing, train them to dance. We're going to write all their music. We're going to make them a famous band.
Yeah,
and then we're going to
that
make
is
you
kinda
buy all
rigged.
their music.
That is kind of rigged.
That's the biggest fuck you there is in the industry. They told you they were fucking you and you're going to like it. And people did. And people went out and bought all their shit.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to plug right now our new stickers that are coming down the pipe. They'll be out this week sometime. Why don't you go head over? No AI, no making of the band.
Where are they going to head?
Just a couple. Head over to the website.
And what's the website?
BaysBasement.com, BaysBoysPodcast.com.
Yeah.
All the above.
All the above.
3097seconds.com.
Okay.
If you can spell that.
.com.
.com.
Go there and you find the new stickers.
Do you
got a
think,
Bigfoot sticker on there?
Do you think that, it's beautiful. Bigfoot. We've got Save the Earth stickers coming. We've got some great Get Off the Road Linda stickers coming. Bumper stickers. Like we're going at it.
Going ham.
I want to make a sticker that says, "Leo, stop driving the chopper."
Okay.
You know, I'm just saying, if my man's going to die in the Titanic and save the world one garden at a time, no more choppers for Leo.
No more choppers.
Yeah. We're going to try to limit something else, but we figure he's not
Is he
giving
flying
up.
choppers?
Yeah, he flies everywhere on one of those big industrial grade choppers. Every time there's a picture of him saving the world, he's got his like Apache in the background. And people are like, "Dude, do you not, what's the irony here?" Like
Fighting climate change with my big gas guzzling helicopter.
Right. And I'm pretty sure it's literally one of them that has like an actual exhaust, which is, when I see that on the choppers, I'm like, oh, that's weird that it's got like an actual, like the dude was like, "Hey man, I got that aftermarket hooked up. It's titanium."
He's got like glass pack mufflers on his chopper.
Right. It's fucking right. I want it to be loud. Loud pipes save lives.
Loud pipes save lives. I wanted my chopper to be 10 times louder than anybody else's.
Right. So they hear me coming in, landing. Like, bro, it makes no
Who's
sense.
that? Here comes Leo.
Come on. I did see a diagram the other day of the amount of private planes that fly in the world.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot.
I didn't realize that
Yeah.
because flying's not that interesting to me.
Do you think everywhere Leo goes, as soon as he gets us off his chopper, that everybody's like, "Hey, Leo, will you reenact that famous scene from Revenant?
Yeah.
Where you
Crawl on the ground and I'll crawl up behind you and sniff your butt.
where he's just crawl on the ground and grunt and scream for 2 hours."
That was your favorite movie, wasn't it?
Dude, that movie's bullshit.
I didn't realize that's what that movie was about.
Yeah.
I expected him to be fighting bears. There was no fight.
No.
There was absolutely no fight
The bear just whipped his ass and he grunted and screamed
Right.
for 2 hours.
for 2 hours.
And he won, he won an Oscar for that.
Listen, there's other movies right now that are out that people love where the dude's grunting and screaming for 2 hours and they're winning Oscars. And
Oops. Boy. That's it.
listen, Hollywood is fake.
Everybody asked me, they're like, are you going to go see that movie about Jesus? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why? I
Oh.
said, because I know how it turns out.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert.
I already know what happens.
I don't think we should spoil them anymore. Just so you know.
Oh, no more spoiler alerts?
No, just no more spoiling, and we can give them all the spoiler alerts.
Okay.
We just can't spoil them. Maybe no more surprise Jesuses.
Are we still on that?
Bro, that's so bad. Like, I'm just waiting. How about a surprise Jesus sticker?
I'm back.
Oh my God. Dog. I didn't think you could
Surprise.
Bro. I'm back surprised at the sticker.
No, no,
and we'll,
no.
and we'll
It's
steal
just-
Kevin
it's
Smith's
just-
sticker
it's
with his.
just like, it's just like him going, surprise.
We're going to hell. If there's a hell there, they're like, rig these two idiots.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
it's going
yeah.
to be the characters, so it's fine. This is no AI. It's all fakey.
Did you ever see that documentary about bluegrass called Searching for the Wrong-Eyed Jesus?
Oh. No, is that real?
Yes.
Is that like the Wonderful World of the Whites crap?
No, actually, it's about a guy traveling through the South, talking to all these bluegrass and blues people, and about the origins of bluegrass and blues and where it came from. And it's a bunch of musicians. It's pretty sweet.
Oh. So it's not the guy running around talking to all the meth labs who recently quit because you said they stole all his gear.
No,
That's a different guy?
yeah, it's a different guy. What was that?
That I don't know. It had something to do with like the Wonderful World of the Whites guy. You said he would go down and interview like through the South.
Oh,
and
you're
then
talking
people
about the
stole his
soft
gear or
white
something?
underbelly?
That's what it is. Is that what it is?
No, Soft White Underbelly is the guy does a whole bunch of interviews with just different people.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just it's crazy.
And he's the one that got robbed, and then he was like, "I'm done."
No. He said what happened was there was this poor family in the South, and everybody in the family was, I'm trying to phrase this nicely.
Yeah.
They were all challenged,
Right.
and so he set up a GoFundMe for this family
Oh.
and socked away a shit ton of money for them, right? And it turns out one of the family members kept coming, hey, we need more money. 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 And then the money was gone and it really didn't go anywhere. And he was pissed because he was like, dude, I did this for you and now you're saying I didn't do anything for you?
Oh.
So he separated himself from that family because they essentially took advantage of him and then they blew the money on nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. He could have called us. We might have been able to tell him that outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, it sound like on the short end of the stick. It just sounds like this was kind of a bad setup for him. so to
look, my
speak.
man was trying to do the right thing, and then ended up
Right.
getting, and then they just took advantage of his kindness. We'll put it to you like that.
Well, that happens. That
Yeah.
that definitely happens.
Yeah, because I thought he was done, but I just saw some recent interviews that he just conducted.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
Well,
he's
then he
still
didn't
doing
give
his
up.
thing. Yeah, he didn't give up.
Good.
But he's got thousands of interviews with some really odd people
Really?
and some really
Are
interesting.
they
people.
like all different careers, all different walks of life type stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that.
And they're done like in black and white.
Oh,
Yeah.
we should do some black and white videos later. Just because. I think that's what we're going to do this
Why
week.
did you make that sound nefarious?
Instagram. No, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's
We should do some black and
Yeah.
white videos
some
later.
black and white. Go stand up on the hill and just stare out the window at me while I film this in the dark. Something like that.
Some fucking freak
Some
show
psycho shit.
Yeah.
Get up that hill, boy.
So listen, you were like, from the text messages you sent me this morning where things were going to be super kick ass. Like, I'm excited. What did you have to tell everybody today?
Oh, bro, we're kick ass just being here.
Oh, I understand that, but for those people who are suffering through the first 10 minutes of this, let's kick this thing off into high gear.
All right.
Oh my God, the look of shock on
Let's
your face.
talk about that memory thing we watched the video on earlier. Now, we're not going to reference which show, but we recently saw an interview of a gentleman talking about how they created a DNA hard drive in the same build as human DNA, but using the coding of programming. Bro, that's creepy as heck.
No.
That's
what
what he
they
said.
did
He
is they
said
took binary code.
Uh-huh.
They took a human's DNA sequence,
Uh-huh.
changed it to binary,
That's what I just said. Yep.
and then changed it back, and essentially programmed a hard drive as if it were. So it wasn't real DNA.
No, they're scripting.
They used the DNA
They're
sequencing.
using the DNA coding. That's what I said. They're using the DNA coding, but they use technical codes from the computer, and now they've got a big giant hard drive. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm not. Listen, they've been talking about. They're
We've
doing.
talked about
they're
this
doing
our first
listen,
year.
They're doing crazier things than that.
Well, I'm on the whole thing about what we talked about.
Like they're using crystalline structures as hard drives. They're using what's that? It's like a goo that they're using to store memory on. It's like a living goo. I forget what the fuck it's called, but they're doing that too. So
I'm more
they're doing all kinds
intrigued
of
by the
weird
fact
shit.
that they were confirming what you had talked about our first year in recording podcasts about the memories of your people bleeding in your blood and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah, genetic memory. It's
Genetic
absolutely
memory.
Yeah, genetic memory is absolutely passed on. There was a story I was telling you about people who have, in particular, heart transplants, end up with the memories of their donors,
That's right. Yeah, I think it's all
which would
related.
could also explain when all these people talk about they have past life memories.
That's what
Like,
they're
oh, I was
remembering.
this, I was that. No, maybe some distant relative of yours was. And those memories were transferred down the line. And you made it akin to, oh, well, that's just like that video game,
Yeah, the Assassin's
Assassin's Creed.
Which I was about to bring up actually and say they're finally making the Japanese model of that game. Are you going to play it?
No,
Run around as a samurai?
no.
No?
No.
I'm going to try it again. I've
All
tried
right.
14 of them. And every single one in the first 10 minutes I'm like, "Nah, I'm good.
So you're going to try this one.
I'm going to try it." But if you wait long enough, they all go on sale for $3, so it's not like a huge thing.
Right.
So I'm like $3 to try and then no.
And not like it anyway.
It's weird.
$3, whatever.
They promoted that entire game as there was no tech in the game at all, and then again you opened up in a spaceship. Come on, bro. That doesn't make any sense. They're gonna add. Imagine watching like remember Little House on the Prairie? Like imagine watching that freaking show, and then halfway through the show, some dude just drives away with his Beamer, his 2024 Beamer, and you're like, "What's that? What just happened?"
Where were
He's
you
like-
keeping that? In the barn?
Yeah. Hey, while you guys are doing that today, I'm gonna head into town.
We don't have telephones.
Do
We
some
don't have
donuts.
TVs.
Right. But I've got a
no
Beamer.
no electricity in the house. No running water
But I have a Beamer.
in the garage.
Ugh.
There might be people like that right now.
Uh-oh. Don't throw shade or that guy's not going to hang out with you anymore. You're not even allowed to talk to about him. You know that. Listen, have you ever heard of a guy named Max Holloway?
That name sounds really familiar.
It should. He's a famous UFC fighter.
Okay.
At least what I heard. Hey, Shaggy, go ahead and check that on there so I can make sure that I understood this video correctly. So listen, this is exciting. Are you ready? This is for all the wannabe UFC guys out there.
I don't know if I'm ready, but go ahead.
Yeah. So Max Holloway is in an interview stating that to improve his strike work and combination work, he pulled from the UFC video game.
What? So he's training via the UFC video game.
And actually learned moves from the video game that other UFC guys are really using, because I'm assuming the games have all their signature moves and makes it, I haven't played a wrestling video game in 20 years, but it's the same as it was before,
Couldn't
right?
you learn how to defend against a future opponent by doing that?
Heck yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
Is that cheating?
No, I don't think so.
I guess that's like a
only
football.
cheating
It's
if
like
you get
no,
caught.
it's like a football team watching films of a team they're about to play.
Well, he wasn't learning for the counters of the fighters. He genuinely was like, oh, I learned that this combination was good from seeing it in UFC. So a UFC fighter who didn't know stand-up very well used a UFC game
Sounds
to
like he had
see
really
stand-up.
shitty coaches.
Right. And then went back to the UFC and used it to improve his striking.
He goes, fuck, I don't need a coach. I'll just play this fucking video game.
Right.
How much money did he save himself by not hiring coaches
How much-
and just playing the fucking video game?
I mean, how many kids out there are learning how to whoop ass by watching television? It's the first thing, most kids do is, jump off the table and do a little wrestling.
Bro, yeah, every kid watches some WWF,
Right.
WWE, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right. And does a table jump.
Yeah.
But now you have it on knowledge that pros are learning from the WWF video game and using
Or
it.
the UFC video game.
Or the UFC video game in this situation.
Interesting.
Could you imagine?
Interesting.
And now if you
But it all
lose-
looks good in theory until you put it to practice, and then if it
Right.
fails,
I mean, I'm sure he goes and gets his coach to help him really learn it. I'm sure he's not using the game to coach him. He was getting the ideas like, hey, this left cross undercut, right cross combo might really work because it worked in the game. I'll try it in real life.
it's interesting he could remember that much.
Yeah, because he's a punching bag. Oh my!
I'm just
Listen,
saying.
who gets punched more in the face, the UFC guys or the boxers?
I'm going to go with boxers because UFC guys always end up grappling.
Correct. Well, not only that, they start getting punched in the face in UFC, they stop the fight. In boxing, you don't stop until the guy falls. So you just
Why do they
punch him
stop
in the
the
face.
fight if somebody gets punched in the face too much in UFC?
Because they're not if they're on the ground getting punched in the face and the dude doesn't look like he's fighting back, they just end the fight.
Okay. Yeah.
that way.
I thought you were talking
That
about
way.
they're standing up and they get,
No,
he
no.
took too many punches. We got to
And it-
save his pretty face.
And it's the same thing, but we're talking via rules only, right? So if the rules only are punching plus standing up and nobody stops until you drop, now you have, 3 minutes to just punch me in the face versus, like you said, going to the ground. So now you have a sport that inherently means you're more to get likely to just
yeah,
get
but
punched
you're
in
not
the
allowed
face.
to punch anybody on the ground in boxing.
No, that's what I mean. Because of the sport rules, it's literally setting up boxers to just get punched in the face more.
Okay.
Because again, you're not stopped getting punched. What if the guy you're fighting just likes punching people in the face? He's going to do that. And we know some people like that, like old Tyson. He goes straight for the knockout, right? So that's the whole match, right? You're just like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm gone.
Speaking of Tyson, did you see that recent interview between him and what's his face when they were doing they just did a press
The
junket.
face-off thing.
Yeah.
Where they stand in front of each other.
Yeah, they just did a press junket.
Yeah, I didn't see any interviews. What was he saying?
Dude, they're like they were laughing and joking.
Right.
So
They know it's a gimmick.
is it?
I mean, him getting punched in the face is not going to be a gimmick. But the rest of it is.
Again, who's going to win?
I'd still bet on Tyson. You can't reconstruct that DNA. You can't fake that, bro.
He goes. Tyson's like, I like him a lot. I like Jake Paul a lot. He's a good guy. Blah 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 blah. He just has to know when he gets in the ring.
I'm gonna cry for his mama. That's the rule of Tyson. They were like, "Oh, you crying because you feel bad?" No, I'm crying because I'm gonna kill you. Oh, man,
Let's just see what happens.
that's that whole. When is that fight?
July, I think.
Jeepers, they're really hyping it up. They want that pay-per-view up, huh?
Yeah.
You can't get anything else up. You can't get any other events up when you're constantly being accused of being fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it. Boxing, wrestling, everything's fixed. At least wrestling admits it, though.
Well,
What was the expression? We've said it before. The story's fake. The injuries are not.
no,
Or
dude.
the fighting is not.
Listen, taking bumps in wrestling, you're taking bumps, right? We
Right.
talked about that mat. That mat's not cushioned. That's plywood under there.
Right.
Right?
With
so
a
when you're
little bit
getting
of foam
slammed
rubber
off
on top or
you're-
whatever.
when you're getting slammed from 20 feet onto a piece of plywood with some springs underneath, that hurts.
Right.
Right? When
No.
your brain is moving at 35 miles an hour and comes to a sudden stop, you know what I'm saying?
When you're getting thrown on 10,000 tacks or whatever.
Yeah.
That
That shit's all real.
barbed wire,
Yeah,
all
that
that
shit's
other
all real.
juice. We think we call wrestling like Cactus Jack the first real jackass,
Oh, God. Japanese death matches?
bro?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
That
he
shit's
was.
brutal.
I mean, Jackass is Jackass, but he was doing that kind of stuff way before.
Oh, way before.
with all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Cactus Jack is the
Terry
man.
Funk, Cactus
Terry
Jack.
Funk.
I mean, there's a whole slew of guys that went over to Japan to do that all pro wrestling and Japanese death matches. And
Where they let you do the real stuff. The real.
Hanging cans of fucking flaming gas on the ring ropes and all that crazy shit.
Ooh, just in case you bump it.
Yeah, then that shit just spills everywhere. Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Shaggy. Add what you wanted to add about wrestling.
No, I was gonna say I'd put my money on Jake Paul.
Oh God.
Jeez.
Here's why. Hold on and stop. Here's why. All the odds are against him, which means if you put your money on Tyson, you're not really gonna make anything back. But if some odd world where Tyson has some sort of injury or something else, and by regulation Jake Paul wins, you're making
Is Jake Paul the underdog right now?
No.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is, Vegas is saying that everybody under the age of 30 is rooting for Jake Paul. Everybody over the age of 30 is rooting for Mike Tyson.
I'm rooting for Mike Tyson. I want Mike Tyson to win, but I'm saying if you're going to actually put money into the game, I'd put it on Jake
Well,
Paul.
if the odds are for Jake, I mean, this is just a publicity stunt, so they could just
Is it?
whatever.
Would you say Jake Paul's a real boxer?
No. Do you?
I think he's truly attempting to lose the I'm just a YouTuber and he wants to be a real boxer.
Then why doesn't he just box people he's supposed to?
Because he's trying to use his influence to
This,
turn it into money.
he doesn't need money though. That's the whole thing is if you're just trying to be greedy at this point, I mean, I get it, build the racks on racks on racks, but
I'm an entertainer, is what he said.
right. Oh, see? Do you think he really wants to be a boxer? Real boxers everywhere are like turning in their graves and their beds and they're angry. Like, come on. Right? The dudes that get up every day at 5 a.m. and run 2 or 3 miles and then go eat and then go to the gym and work out, then go to work, then go to the boxing gym. Do you think they take Jake Paul seriously?
I don't know. I think not taking Jake Paul seriously could cost somebody. Maybe not Mike Tyson.
Listen, I'd fund the mother hecker who wants to fight Jake Paul, who's the younger guy that's hungry, that's poor. Where are you, kid, with your one pair of Nike shoes? We'll send you a shirt. I'm being
Is that
dead
what we're doing
serious.
now? Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, I'm being dead serious. You write the show. We
But
will
see,
literally-
that would be if Jake Paul would be willing to take the match.
right. And like you just said, he's an entertainer, so he's playing 5D chess. He's not playing whatever. People who didn't know who Jake Paul was now know who he is. Let's be honest.
Oh, for sure.
It's attention spamming.
And
And he's on Coach's tails. He's on Tyson's tails, getting it going. And look at all the crossovers. Ozzy and what's his face? Posty Maloney. Look how many people were like, thank God Post Malone helped this old man get a career.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Oh yeah, when Post Malone featured Ozzy on a song, everyone was like, thank goodness he got Ozzy's career going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, wow. That's impressive.
It may have helped Ozzy just because
Yeah, reach those 19-year-olds.
that never heard of him before.
Right. But
Ozzy didn't need your money.
yeah, no.
I'm sure he's not going to say no to your money,
I don't
but
think-
he didn't need it.
Yeah, I don't think Ozzy was the one getting excited working with the popular kid with the tattoos on his face. Ozzy's list is already extensive as extensive gets. You're not. What are you doing? Did Ozzy do a song with Eminem?
I don't know.
I'll look that up later. I don't think so, but I was just curious because that would at least be something where it's on the same. kind of
Eminem's
level.
coming out with a new album, right?
Oh, is he?
Yes, it's getting released this year. They've already been hinting towards it for the past 3 years, and this year they've ramped up all of the he was there during the football draft, and they were really pumping,
Right.
dropping hints about the new album. I think it's called The Death of Slim Shady or something like that.
Oh, so it is a real thing, huh?
Yeah, where he's shedding the whole Slim Shady persona.
He can't.
Oh, he might.
He won't.
Okay.
You think he? How can he? How could he?
If this new album is so fire that you forget about Slim Shady, he could.
But Slim Shady is the voice that makes his music good. That's what everyone wants.
Do they?
Yeah. Without Eminem's rough side of Slim Shady, his alter ego, who is he? He's just that white kid that got his ass beat on the 8 Mile.
We'll find out.
We are going to find out. There's so many people taking shots right now. They're trying to bring Drake down, which would be nice because.
Well, dude, he went after Kendrick. He's kind of.
Yeah, it's not good, bro.
Yeah, no.
Canada fighting Compton is never good.
No.
Good luck.
No, I just heard something that Drake just sold his houses and is trying to leave the country. He sent his son to live in France with his.
That's
his son's
because there were
mom.
like 3 shootings in the span of 2 days right outside his house. His security guard got shot.
Oh.
Because he was talking shit. Again. That's what happens when you play a little boy in a wheelchair and then grow up to be a rapper and talk shit to the Compton people.
Oh. Is that what happens?
It just happened.
As soon as oh my god, I'm blanking on his name.
I didn't know that's why. I didn't know that's why he was selling his
Cole.
houses and moved his kid out of the country.
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Well,
And he said he's leaving too.
yeah. Oh boy.
And they were trying to make it akin to he was worried about the upcoming election or something like that. That's what they put out.
Listen, he's probably off somewhere filming himself playing basketball. You know that's what he does in his spare time, right?
No.
Yeah, so he's obviously obsessed with basketball. He's a normal young kid,
All right.
right? From 2000 whatever. He plays basketball and he films himself and he makes really cool edits of himself shooting hoops and stuff.
Oh my god.
And then he has a whole entourage. He can like get
That
obviously
claps for him when he makes his shots.
1,000%, bro.
Oh, dude.
There's an entire story from that band from Africa talking about how they got invited over to his house and there was Kanye took him over and then they all played basketball and how he was filming himself and shit. And then he literally hit a button and like 20 people magically showed up to cheer him on from the sidelines and tell him how good he was doing. And he was like, bro, he's not even that good.
Oh
Just
my
a
god.
Regular dude filming himself fucking playing basketball over and over and over. And he does it a lot. I mean, I would too. If you had all day to do nothing, wouldn't you want to film yourself BMXing in the road and stuff?
I guess.
What else do you do? Everyone else watches you while you work. You might want to watch yourself doing something cool, I would think. Listen, would you play basketball with Drake?
But no, I wouldn't play basketball with Drake.
Not even a little bit?
No, I have no interest.
What if he bet you for money and it was like you and Tommy Skelly versus Drake and like Kanye West and you were playing for like $1 million?
What? Say that again?
Okay, you and Tommy Skelly versus Kanye and Drake. They give you $1 million if you win. And here's the best part. If you lose, nothing happens. Now do you play?
Yeah. Why not?
Try to stomp him from that quick milli?
Why not?
Take his money?
Why not?
I like it. I like it. Let's do what we're supposed to do today before we forget. 10 minutes with Kurt Russell.
No, I ain't doing that today.
What?
No, I'm not doing it today.
So he didn't want 10 minutes with Kurt Russell. All right, I'd play Monopoly today with Kurt Russell
Is that what you do?
for today.
I'd go horseback riding with Kurt Russell.
Now he knows you said no Kurt Russell, and now you've changed your mind.
I'd change my mind. Just
You
like
well,
that.
He's that powerful, and so is Joe Skelly, and it's happening.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
I'm going to write Kurt Russell and ask him to come horseback riding with us. Would you get on a horse? I don't know if I would. I mean, I might have to because he'd be right there looking at you and be like, what are you doing? Get on the fucking horse, something like that. But with my luck, I'd end up with that horse that tries to go eat bushes and walk away from the thing that you saw.
Oh, the horse that kept trying to knock the lady off
That was
because it did want
I don't want
her
that
on
one.
its back.
I don't want that one. I want the one. Whose horse was it that just stopped to eat and just?
Her husband's.
Oh,
The guy was like, "This horse likes to eat snacks and drink water. Whatever you do, don't let this horse eat and drink water." And every 10 feet, that horse would stop and try to eat. He couldn't make that fucking horse go anywhere.
That's
and the
my
guy was
kind of
getting
horse.
pissed. He's like, "I told you, don't let that horse eat."
You're ruining his dinner. He's not going to eat his oats later.
Dude, it was that, and then his wife was getting her ass kicked by the horse because he kept hitting low-hanging branches and pricker bushes all the time and trying to knock her off.
That's perfect. They're smart, man.
Horses are like 5-year-olds.
Maybe they're like dogs and it takes them like 30 years to grow up.
Yeah.
And then they only spend 10 years as like an adult and that's it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a horse person. I don't own a horse. Horse people are unique.
Oh.
I'll leave it at that.
Oh, you're going to put it that way, huh?
I'll just leave it at that.
You know who's more
And all those people out there who know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
If you know a horse person, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You know who's weirder than horse people though, for real?
Who?
You know who? Unicorn people.
What? That's a thing?
Dude.
You know who's even weirder than that?
Who?
People who do the hobby horse competitions.
What's that? Is that the mini horse thing?
No, that's the horse head on a stick. And they're getting in riding gear,
that can't
right?
be
And they're running.
real.
Dude, listen, they run around a horse, court, and they're jumping
And they gotta
fences
jump?
and shit. Yeah, oh yeah, it's becoming a big thing.
No,
it's a very
don't.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
God.
It's don't believe me.
Okay.
Look up hobby horsing competitions on YouTube.
I'm not Googling any of that. I don't want that anywhere near my algorithm AI feeds. So we're going to leave that out there.
You'll get nothing but videos of that shit.
I want that game. There's a game in China that they play. It's badminton with your feet, like hacky sack. It's
All right.
amazing.
It's amazing. Is this the
I
your
mean,
newest trend
that's better than horse jumping.
with not a real horse?
Yeah, that's so dumb.
It's a big thing.
Who do you?
It's a big thing. Dude, it's weird to see 20 and 30-year-olds running around with a toy horse.
There are
Jumping fences and shit.
What are you doing? Why do you keep looking at me like you're trying to offer me money for free stuff? What is the problem?
Nothing.
Okay. Man's throwing hand signals, wanted to add for ponies,
Throwing gang signs
but
over
has
there.
nothing to say about the ponies. What just happened?
You know who
Right,
started the ponies?
What?
You know who started the ponies?
No?
Hobby horsing? You could blame it on Joe Skelly because it was led by a vegan foundation.
First of all, I'm not a vegan. I've never been a fucking vegan ever.
No, but bad things happen when good men do nothing.
Oh, God. Here we go.
You were at that show.
I can't even believe people are listening to this fucking episode.
They are. They are.
Jesus
They're not going
Christ.
to be. There's no vegans listening to this episode, thank God. Are there?
Well, you might be surprised.
Wait a minute. If you're vegan, write the show.
Alienating a certain percentage of your listeners. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I would never alienate them. There's enough other people trying to do that. I don't have to do anything.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my. Oh,
There
my.
we go.
Oh, my.
There we go.
So listen, Joseph.
You're one of those guys that eat lab meat, wouldn't you?
Oh. Listen,
3D printed meat?
that is a thing, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I
know.
No. I'm glad they're already banning that. Florida banned it. Shout out to Florida. They got
Yeah.
enough gators, though. They don't need meat. They just go outside and eat snakes. Ew, oh.
Have you ever had snake?
Yeah.
Or gator?
Yeah. Snake,
Gator's
gator,
just chewy.
shark. What else? Obviously, octopus. Most fishes. I've never had puffer. Have you eaten puffer?
No.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant down the way that has it.
You're not thinking of puffer fish. You're thinking of the lionfish that's got the deadly. Oh, and lionfish have the deadly spines. I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
Yeah, puffer's got the glands or
Yeah,
something.
if you don't
gotta-
cut it right, it kills you.
Right. So there's a restaurant down the way that has that, and the freaking ambulance is there at least once every 6 months.
Dude, first of all, I would not eat puffer fish in a landlocked state in
Yeah,
the middle of the
no?
country, nowhere near a fucking ocean. I'm just saying.
Wait, they don't have pufferfish in the lake?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh.
You know what? He's done talking.
Bull sharks in the lake, but no puffer fish.
Oh, there could be.
right.
Someday.
They made it up the Mississippi. They're getting here.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
Give
yeah.
them enough time. They're coming.
They're coming.
But no, I'm not. No vipers. We're not eating pit vipers. We're not eating.
I don't
any
think
of that
people eat.
crap.
Well, I did watch a video from Australia on how to eat venomous snakes.
Oh, dude, they have to, because
They don't have to. They got enough kangaroos.
Oh, that's true. But that meat probably tastes gamey.
It's all chewy. Very chewy.
No. What? Kangaroo meat?
Yeah,
Stop talking about what you don't know about. As a matter of fact, Jack in the Box got in trouble years ago for serving kangaroo meat.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Jack in the Box burgers are so good.
Yeah, and guess what? They were serving kangaroo meat in the 90s.
Have you had kangaroo before?
No.
You might have and
you
didn't
had
even
it,
know
Joe
it.
Skelly?
You might have and didn't even know it. Where did you eat kangaroo?
I didn't. I'm just saying
Oh.
they're active animals. Usually active animals have like more muscles, so they're leaner, which means it's probably chewier. That's all. Jumping
Joe
all the time,
Skelly,
bro.
when did you have kangaroo?
Dude, I ate Jack in the Box.
Oh, so we're just
And then they came out. I was eating Jack in the Box when they got busted for serving kangaroo meat.
listen. I wouldn't mind having it. I think you can buy it in the store. I think
There's certain places where you could buy exotic animal meat.
I've been trying to find bison and horse.
A bison's no big deal. Horse is tough.
I can't
That's what I'm
find
saying.
any bison.
Horse is tough.
Like and
you
horse
can find
too.
bison.
Horse is really hard to find.
Horse is hard to find
Yeah.
here in this country.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, because horse is a delicacy in certain other countries.
Ugh. I just heard it was obviously really lean, so it was really good for you, and it was
Super-
supposed to be pretty cheap for what it is. But again, I never found any, so maybe that was just a rumor, some bro science. Thanks.
Where did you look?
Thanks a
Aldi's?
lot, body-
Aldi's isn't carrying fucking
well, I
horse
just
meat,
went.
my
I
man.
just went everywhere in this town. Okay,
Dude, years ago when Sears was still in place, Sears was selling steaks out of a freezer for
That's
really cheap.
awesome.
And I'm pretty sure it was horse meat steaks.
Oh my god, that's awesome, bro. When you can still buy everything from Sears.
But they didn't have a grocery store. So it was really odd that they were selling
Live
steaks.
bait, live bait fridge. Hey, we're selling steaks. Where are they? In that fridge. It used to be a live bait fridge, but now it's our steak fridge.
In the sock aisle.
You ever buy any steaks from that dude? That I see the dude all the time around here that drives around in that big white truck.
No, I don't. What? You just buy him off the back of his truck?
Yeah,
What
he-
the fuck
well,
is
he's got-
that? You trust that?
No,
That
I'm
might
saying,
be goddamn human meat. You don't know that.
He's got his number and he drives around selling meat out of a truck. You never
Yeah,
see that?
yeah. You wonder where all those missing people are?
Yeah.
You're fucking eating them when you buy
Oh,
them off the back
no.
of his truck.
We've gone so dark. We almost made it through this episode being positive. We almost made it.
Fuck buying steaks off the
36
back of a
minutes.
truck.
I think he's a delivery service. I'm not sure.
Well, that's different.
I don't care either way.
I'm a
was just
delivery
saying-
service for a farm. It's not just like it would be like your neighbor just wrote a phone number
All
on
right.
the side of his pickup truck one day and had coolers in the back. It was just driving around selling vacuum packed meat.
First of all, I'm from the place where you can buy all kinds of pastries off a UPS truck on the back of that. You know that. So that's a real thing. But this guy I've seen in Ohio since I got here. He's got a white big truck. It's got like doors on the outside that literally look like the ice coolers.
Yeah, so is this guy like a Swanson's frozen dinner
I have
delivery
no idea.
guy?
Like an
That's
ice
why I was
cream truck?
curious if you'd ever ordered it because I figured you might know something about this.
There's
like,
a home delivery service called Swanson's where they have trucks like that. They have like cooler doors on the outside.
yeah.
And they go.
So
like,
it is just a delivery service.
Yeah, I thought you were just talking about some fucking random
No,
dude just selling
that would
vacuum
be
packed
scary.
meat, bro.
I mean, we buy the random dudes chicharrones and stuff. That's meat, but that's all dried out and spicy and full of lemon juice and hot sauce. So that's okay. The vinegar kills all the germs and
yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
it's all clean.
Never mind, it's all rat meat.
There's nothing wrong with rat meat. Listen, you find a box of rats in a junkyard, that's dinner, baby.
Oh my, there we go. Why are you looking for a box of rats in a junkyard?
I don't know. It just happens.
Have
to
you
be
ever
it.
happened? Has that ever happened?
In real life?
Yeah. Have you ever just
Yeah.
randomly found a box?
Yeah.
Why were you in a junkyard?
You used to hang out in them.
Oh my. That's like the kids I saw hanging out behind Dollar General today.
Pretty much. Wait a minute. Were they gambling and throwing dice? Those might have been our friends. Joe
Yeah, it might
Skelly.
have been our
What are you
friends.
doing?
Right.
And if
The
they
gambling cartel.
listen, oh no,
The small town gambling cartel
Listen.
and bike jumping club.
listen. He's talking a lot of shit for a club he started. I can imagine that's your Tommy Skelly's club. I'm just saying, I could totally see that. What do you think Tommy Skelly's favorite gambling game is?
Oh.
Wait. You already know, don't you? Let me guess. Let me think for a minute. Hold on. I want to say
Listen,
poker,
I'm not gonna.
but I don't think he...
I'm not throwing shade on anybody, bro.
No. But I'm saying he's got to have a favorite game. Do you have a favorite game, right? Come on, everybody has a favorite gambling game. So I see him like he could be blackjack. He could also be poker, but I don't see him having the patience for poker. Is it like crabs? Is that his favorite game?
Crabs. What's crabs?
Craps, crepes. What the hell is that game called?
Craps.
Craps.
Yeah.
I thought those were little pancakes, man.
Those are crepes.
Crepes, craps,
That's totally different thing.
curtains,
Yo,
money. Listen, I just care about money. I'll bet on anything. I'll bet on a leaf falling. That's my favorite game. Make the bet you're not supposed to. Hey, who do you think's going to make it across the street faster, the fat one or the skinny one?
oh, God, here we go.
Come on. You know it's true. Don't lie.
Putting bets on people? I don't do that.
You never bet on you don't. I'd bet on anything.
Pickle slide
I'll
down
bet
the
on
window.
what color the next car that's going to pull around the corner is.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't do gambling with you.
No.
No,
You
we
know we're
can't.
not allowed. We
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
We've been clean for like 3 months. I haven't gambled anything. I
Good.
did download a new gambling app,
Oh, God.
but I didn't open it.
See,
yet.
You have a sickness.
It's not a sickness. It's just
Yeah.
a game.
No, okay.
It's the original game. You played the-
Tetris?
Come on. No. I remember you playing one called Let Me See If I Can Jump Off and Fly. Right? That's a gamble. That's like a gambling game.
When did I play that game?
When you were young, you were jumping off the
when
roof.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
a kid.
Well, I think you jump off the roof now.
No, not anymore.
You sure?
I'm way too old for
What about
that.
roof to roof?
Roof to roof? No, not in my wheelhouse.
We're just done with all that, huh?
Yeah, I'm done with all that.
Listen, the other day
Too
you
many
said-
injuries.
The other day you said that we're going to climb trees. We're going to talk about this a little bit, and then we got to go. But remember, you said we get to climb a tree, and I get to watch you climb the tree.
Yeah, I
That's
got to
gonna
make.
be fun.
I just said I got to make sure my climbing gear works.
Yeah, and then I asked if I get to what's it called, belay,
Belay.
It, and I don't. It's
Yeah,
very sad.
There's no belay on
What
this.
if we just rig the rope around the top of the tree?
I guess I could set it up so that you could belay.
Right, we should because that'd be cool. I mean, why can't we just do the old-fashioned way? Throw the one side of the rope over the tree branch and tie you off, and then that way, if you fall, I'll just have. hold
I
it.
guess we could do that.
That seems more logical than
Yeah, but you're
setting
going to
up-
want me to tie to the limb. I'm going to have to cut off the tree. And I'm not doing
Hey,
that, sir.
listen. Well, you're up top, so you get to pick. I'll let you pick.
Okay.
We could use a ninja grappling hook.
No, we're not using a gut.
We could
Or tiger
totally-
claws. We're not using that
We
either.
could totally do that.
Listen, we already heard the story about the guy who bought the tiger claws and kept trying to use them and they never worked.
I think we could get them to work.
No.
Honestly, I have a feeling you probably already can. You're just denying that, so they don't know that you have that skill.
Oh, God.
There it is.
See, why are you always trying to throw me under a bus somewhere?
I'm trying to give you a skill set. Ninja claw climbing.
You don't know that I don't already have it.
I just said that.
No.
Don't try to inception me, spy. See this guy? Everyone hears this. This is on recording, Joe Skelly. You can't get me.
About what?
I'm not sure.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Right?
Take us left.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Take us left. Tell them about all that work we did this weekend.
No, what work?
Well, you knocked the whole building down with a hammer. So that was cool. I got to watch. I also took an Instagram picture for our other Instagram, so it looked like I did some work.
What, you posed with the sledgehammer and
I
took
didn't
a
even
selfie?
pose with the sledgehammer. Remember, I just threw the gloves on top of my shirt that I took off
Oh.
and then took a picture. I was like, hey, look, guys, we're at work.
God.
Listen,
Just because
whole
I knocked down
building.
a whole building with a fucking sledgehammer.
it was interesting to watch. Speaking of which, shout out to Pop Tart because we actually had to knock the whole building down, which is why we didn't come to party.
Yeah.
I was sad.
I actually sent a message.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah,
me
yeah.
too. And I was a little bit sad, but we had intended to knock the building down, which I was actually a week early for. Or
You were off a week.
or late if
Yeah.
you really look at it from the other direction.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a week coming. But once you started knocking down walls, I was like, oh, that's this week.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. There were no french fries involved, which was good. You didn't order any, so we're fine.
No, I did.
It was a perfect day.
It was. It ended up being a
Demolished an
perfect day.
entire freaking building with a hammer. You know, there are like other tools to do that with.
That is interesting.
We're not. I should have got surprise Jesus for that. Imagine if you would have hit the last one and then he just jumped out. Surprise! Bro.
I'd have been like, you're a little bit late, my man. I could have used you 2 hours earlier.
That's what you said to me. So listen. What if we make surprise Jesus like Uber? Dude, just quick text. Hey, surprise Jesus, I'm going to need you to show up at exactly 5:45. Surprise! What if someone did it to their grandma? I bet their grandma would beat them with a shovel. Like, just imagine, like, you get, like, my Bia would have just hit you with a shovel, be like, what are you doing? Stop faking surprise Jesus, and then whack.
Oh, Lord.
You know what I mean?
That's terrible.
I mean, dude, what's terrible is somebody out there is selling stock for our business already. That's what's terrible. Surprise Jesus / drive-through milk shop. Milk cereal shop.
Is Surprise Jesus publicly owned?
No. The regular people made sure of that. Public. Kevin Smith's Surprise Jesus, the one with the thumbs up, that might be publicly owned, but I'm not 100% sure about that.
All right.
Joe Skelly,
What?
give him some life tips before we get out of here.
I don't know if I have any.
What?
If you knock down a building with a sledgehammer, be careful it doesn't drop on your head.
Yeah,
that's a good life lesson.
Yeah, that did almost happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good one. 97 seconds. You asked for it. We brought it to you. Thanks for showing up to the show. Check out the old episodes. Watch for the new stickers. Go write the show from the website.
Tell your friends, your family members, give us a 5-star review. Give us, on whatever platform you're following us on. Our link tree is fixed.
Right.
So if you need to find the platform,
Thanks
go to
a
the
lot,
link tree and find
Linktree.
it. Yeah. Thanks a lot,
Fakers.
link tree.
Listen, they didn't even put, it was a wrong URL and they didn't even change it and put the wrong one. They just screw you and they're like, we'll put the old one up until you figure out that you're not correct. How is that helpful?
It's not helpful.
I
at
have
all.
never seen when you use a code line for something or a URL, sorry, and the URL's wrong, so the website just changes it to something different to make it better. I've never seen that. So, yeah, the link tree's fixed. Go write the show. Go follow us on all the Instagram pages, the X's, the Twitters.
Buy us a cup of coffee on Patreon. Help keep the lights on.
Right. We appreciate all the people that already help us and are on the Patreon. And I think, let me check the date. We are only so many days until our actual big drop for the Street Team guys.
Yeah.
So their sticker's coming if Joe Skelly makes a decision on how he wants, whether he wants his head looking left or looking right. We haven't been able to figure that out yet. Once we figure it out, the main sticker is going to drop. But until then, you guys on the Street Team enjoy what we sent you because, well, we said so.
Because we said so.
Yeah. Enjoy the show, guys. 97 seconds.